So I'm gonna figure out how to record outside sometime this year. I'm gonna figure that out because it is beautiful. However, inside is what I know how to do right now with sound and all of that. So, welcome to 2022. This time last year, I was packing up the last of my things, giving away the last of my things. A I had a team of friends who just did a lot of work. They did a lot of work, and I would name them here, but I don't know that all of them want to be named. So, uh, you know who you are. Those of you who are on Instagram, and I've thanked everybody. So I'm just remembering, I'm remembering where I was a year ago, and then I packed what I could into my car, and I drove down to South Florida. I did not have a job. I did not have a plan. My plan was to go to the beach, to see the ocean, to live near the ocean. That was my plan. That was why I moved here, literally, because it had been a dream of mine to live near the ocean. Probably since the first time my parents were moved to Florida. So that's a story for another time, maybe. So anyway, it's not that I had been thinking about this for years, just moving, where would I like to be? And then an opportunity came to have housing in Florida, temporary housing, and it took me a lot of thinking. It took me a year of, what do I want to do? What do I feel courageous enough to do? And um, with some encouragement from some of these friends who helped me actually pack my. I really want to cuss, you guys, but I'm trying not to. I'm thinking about having little cue cards that say the words for me. We'll see. But anyway, some of the people who actually helped me pack my stuff up. So this is like, what's that saying? Put your money where your mouth is. They actually like backed up their action. They backed up their words. We'll help you move if that's the thing that's holding you back. Um, they did, and things fell into place. And here I am a year later. What is not obvious is all of the shit that happened in 2021. Um, it was not an easy year. And um, why I'm sharing any of this is because I know there are so many people in the world who have things that you want to do. And, some of us are born overthinkers. We will tear an idea down before it has any chance at life and survival at all. Um, and sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes we come up with ideas that just absolutely do not need to see the light of day. But I would say, in my experience and the conversations I've had with so many people in my life, a lot of our ideas and inspirations, they're worth following. Um, they're not necessarily going to look the way that they land in our head when they first land, but in the act of following, all of the things that happen, the experiences that happen, make it a worthwhile endeavor. So there's a lot that happened in 2021 that was incredibly difficult. And the easiest way I can sum it up, especially for those of us in Western culture, I weighed 150 pounds when I moved down to Florida, which to me felt amazing. It felt amazing. 150 pounds. The end of the year, I weigh 120, so I lost 30 pounds. Stress weight, and that's the most concise picture of the intensity that 2021 was for me. Struggled to find work. That was a big part of it. Um, Lost my appetite for most of the year. Just a lot of uh, internal things that they're not going to make sense if I tell them to people. But I lost a lot of I thought I had like surrendered a lot of identity. Some of you know that I retired my massage license in 2018, and there were some titles that I formally set down and stepped away from job roles and things like this. I thought that I had let go of a lot of identity, but that was just like the surface stuff that other people could see. The things internally that I was required to let go of last year was just incredible. And I'm not even sure how to articulate that, so I'm not going to, but I want I want you to understand life is incredibly short, which a lot of us have had direct experience with that reality over the past few years. Some of us have experienced that all of our lives, that understanding that life is incredibly precious and short. If there are things that you want to do, if there are qualities in yourself that you want to develop, for example, I know so many people who want to learn a language. This is something that I did in 2020. At the end of 2020, I started teaching online English to international students. It's incredible work. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of other things, but I definitely haven't regretted doing that. And some of these people spoke multiple languages. They were just learning English, okay? And one of the consistent fears and like setbacks that people would get hung up on is, I don't want to sound stupid. You know, the lack of confidence in just practicing with whatever English skill they had, whatever vocabulary they had. So it would stop a lot of people, and then they'd come back to the practice and with all sorts of feelings about how they could have been so much further along if they had just stuck with it. So I'm saying this just to give you like, you don't have to move across the country if that's not your thing. We can have a vision of being multilingual. This is January, so a lot of people have visions of how their body could look or feel that would be a more aligned expression of health for you. Like, you know what your thing is. What I'm wanting to encourage in you is, go for your thing. Like, go for your thing. And it may not be a pretty experience, even if you're surrounded by sunlight and the beach, which I love, and which I go to on a regular basis, because that's why I moved here. And every time I go, I remember why I have made the effort to show up for all of the other things that have been a part of this experience. So, yes. I might let that be the message for today. It's been a while. My phone, so I replaced my phone. So I've sent some of you pictures of what my old phone looked like. Like, the front and back is cracked. If you've carried a cracked phone around and you're like scrolling and you feel those little glasses, just the little tiny shavings on your fingertips. That was the experience for months. So I'm finally able to record again, and that's what I'm doing. Hopefully, like, I don't know. I feel like the camera should be in the upper right corner. I'm looking in the bottom right corner, so we'll see what this actually looks like. But happy 2022 for those of us on the Gregorian calendar. And yeah, there are people who are not on this calendar. So, I hope to be in conversation with you more frequently throughout this year. So happy to be here. Yep. And I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.